Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar!
I got this!
Yo, welcome to the video. I'm mainly just gonna be kind of explaining how blood works, how physical actually works, and the boons, the benefits, if it's actually worth using. I feel like for the most part it's worth using, but like honestly there are definitely a lot better builds out there, but blood isn't actually too bad. I'll show you guys for the stat tree first, but for the most part blood is actually pretty good, especially if you have a lot of bleed stacks. But I'll show you guys what I'm doing right now. I am using Bloodbound Fury instead of Carnage of the Slain. I believe Carnage of the Slain is more of a healing one. Yeah, Carnage of the Slain is more of a healing build, while Bloodbound Fury is more of a damage DPS build. I do regret not going into Carnage of the Slain, because now that I'm getting later into the game, I do realize that you need this very last move specifically. You need this. This helps so much. Especially a lot of the time I like to solo the dungeons, so this one helps a lot. Otherwise I'll have to use a lot of apples, I'm not gonna lie. Besides that, most of it's actually pretty good. Bleed effect, 10% to critically hit. This one's also really good. Enemies affected by your bleed take more damage from physical attacks. This is also really good if you're actually going like completely 100% of a physical build, because a lot of these moves on the physical don't actually have bleed on them. So example like chain pull, like if I use a chain pull, it's not gonna actually do too much damage unless, you know, they're actually bleeding, etc. This is also another reason why blood is like one of the better skill trees. None of the other skill trees from what I've seen, maybe holy, I haven't actually read too deep into it. I know shadow is more like mana bound, it brings back your mana, but physical actually helps, especially this one right here. If your target dies while bleeding, you can heal 7.5. Like that might not sound like a lot, but 7.5%, especially if you have a lot of HP. Like I have, I think I can check right now. I think I have around 460 HP, and that's with this 15% debuff. So I'm getting 50 HP per kill that I get on a mob, because 99% of the time that I'm gonna be fighting something, they're gonna be bleeding. That's the whole point of the build. I'm gonna go through Bloodbound Fury first. Bloodbound Fury is actually really good. The damage on it is amazing. I'll show some clips. The only downside is the lack of HP. Yep. Burst of Blood. This one's also really good. Happens every single time. You guys will see it. But I do wish I went into Carnage of the Slain. But like overall, there's not many regrets. The build's actually really good. The only problem is like mass. Like if you're going like a good wind build, or maybe a good like lightning build, you can handle like a good like 5 NPCs at a time. But the only problem with this build is that like well, it's really good for soloing. Like if you're going up against a boss, it's really good. But if you're going up against 5 different NPCs with their freaking OP-ass blocks, OP-ass parries, OP-ass skill trees, it's not very good. But it is pretty good for solos. I can actually, the DPS is very high too. The combo that I've been using right now is reverse slice, and then I go to bloodbath, and then I can just go from wherever there. I also have bloodletter katana, so that helps as well with the physical damage. I also do have 91 physical percent damage boost, so that's also what's helping me make so much damage. Volley helps as well, but you know, this one's more of a crowd control. But yeah, I feel like the biggest things that you need to get for this build, for a good, nice blood build, is either Bloodletter Katana or Ethereal Christ. It's a shadow and blood like combination. That one's pretty good as well. I like that one a lot more honestly, because it also stacks bleed. And when you're using this build, I'll show you guys this one more time. When you use this build, if you have I can't remember exactly where it was, but yeah, well this already, if they have Ethereal Chris on it, they're gonna have a bleed stack, so the HP is already reduced by 2%. But there's a lot of other stuff, like look, bleed, bleed, bleeding, bleed, bleeding, bleeding. The more they're bleeding, the better. The more stacks of bleed you have on an enemy, the better. So that's why Ethereal Chris is kind of the more go-to weapon. But overall, Bloodletter's Katana is just a great weapon. Although it doesn't do bleed, the damage is actually really good, and just the teleportation of it is also amazing. Also, Bloodbath is a very great skill. I do have a slight a potential one on me right now. I can't remember exactly what it was called. I think it was called Sanguine and Yep. Bloodbath will use 8% of your maximum HP to deal 35% more. I got it at first. I didn't really like it because it was, it was kind of killing me. I use Bloodbath a lot. But if you use it right and you actually get the bleed stack, especially if you use Sanguine before and then you use Bloodbath, it'll get the second Sanguine hit and it'll apply like 3 stacks of bleed on one opponent. And then after that, you can just, obviously just do whatever. Use your execute, use your chain pull, do whatever you want. But yeah, I'll show you guys some clips in game. It's actually very OP. Oh yeah, obviously I still have a long way to go with this build. If possible, I would also like to try to get this done as well. I'm not entirely sure if that's possible or not, but at the end of the day, it's still an amazing build. But honestly, I wouldn't recommend it if you're trying to get on the leaderboard. If you're actually trying to get up on this leaderboard and get number one, whatever, not top 10, whatever you want, I'd say go wind or lightning. I'm actually going to make a lightning or wind build right after this. But key thing for this build, start with reverse slice, work your way up. And for me, because I already knew I was going to go 100% into this build, I actually just do all of my stats in right at the beginning. Like level 1, I just do all my stats into the, what is it called? Bloodbound Fury. But if you're actually going to like play the game how you're supposed to, I really highly recommend not actually putting all your stats in at level 1. I say just, keep playing the game. Obviously have your build in mind. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go ice, I'm gonna go disease, whatever. But you never know, you might just find an ascendant ice crystal and then it's like, okay, I guess we're going ice now, So just wait until the moment actually comes. But overall, I'd say like blood is definitely up there. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like DPS wise, I'd say it's definitely up there, like top 5. I feel like number 1's got to be wind, number 2 lightning, number 3 maybe flame, and then actually no, I think blood actually goes above flame, and then flame 4, ice 5. Maybe disease is somewhere in there too. But yeah, I'm gonna show the clips now.